Yes, guys, what's up? And we are back, Tea with CTB, in the episode 3 of Tea with CTB. So, welcome Rituraj and welcome Mohit. And
Hello.
today amongst us,
Hi.
we also have one guest named Parth, also one of our members of Chelsea Thane Blues, and he has featured a lot in Tiny Tales Football, an Instagram page. So you might want to check that. He writes brilliant articles based on Chelsea and also in general football as well. So you might want to check that as well on Instagram. And so Parth, how do you feel coming into the third episode of Tea with CDB?
I feel really good to able to join you guys and talk about the Chelsea. Looking forward.
Yeah, it's always awesome to talk about the club you love. So that's great. And
Yeah.
Rituraj, how what's up with you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. The assignments flowing on. The job, I have to get the job, engineering job done. Also with the team, yeah, it's going well. Missing those matches with the international break, man. It's getting seriously boring. We had literally previously 100 days we waited, and then we had Premier League back, and now again we are going like into a 2 week international break. So that's pretty boring. But yeah, it's going on cool. Yeah, with hearing some news, and FIFA 21 is also out, so I'm loving it. It's helping me in this break right now.
Right. And Mohit, what's up? Have you been
Yeah,
pulling off?
international breaks suck, to be honest. And this time, especially this time, virus time, like what is the need for? I'll never get it. Maybe the sponsorship UEFA money suckers. That's what they are. But it is what it is. You have to live with it, and life goes on. Football moves on.
Right, right. So we'll just start with all the games that we have played till now. I think we played 4 or 5 matches for the two games in the EFL Cup, and we got knocked out. Just let's just move on from that. We got knocked out by Spurs. So let's just start with the game that we played against Liverpool. So what are your thoughts on that part? How do you think Chelsea played in that match against Liverpool?
I think we did really well. I think first half we were really um, going face to face with Liverpool. I think the red card obviously changed the whole game. So
Yeah,
second half was always going to be tough, but still I think we fought really well. Warner got a penalty, but we couldn't convert it. But still, it was a very tough game. But man, they had a man advantage onto the field, so it was very tough. But I think our efforts were really good.
that's true because 10 man against Liverpool, it was always going to be tough. Like so, yeah, it was really
Yeah.
it played well. Now, let's be honest. But after that red card, the game changed and Liverpool had full control. Rituraj, what are your thoughts?
According to me, the first half, as Pat said, it was good. Both the teams were going strong. We also had possession sometimes. We created those chances. Werner and Havertz absolutely blasting through the center of the park up to the final third. But yeah, just again, the naive defense comes into play here with Christensen making quite a controversial foul, which was taken by Chelsea fans. Like they were confused of who to blame for that thing. Like, it Kepa to not proceed ahead and take the ball, or was it Christensen to just it should have cleared it the ball. It was should have been less soft foul by him. But yeah, that changed the game around. Lampard had to get Havertz out of it, and then we basically just had to defend the second half, which we couldn't. They broke the deadlock within 5 minutes. Yeah, they broke the deadlock within 5 minutes, and then we had our chance to take it. Jorginho, who would ever guess that he would miss it in that match, man? Yeah, so that was a
Yeah,
quite a painful fixture for me.
yeah. It wasn't just like it wasn't our day that match. It was like
Just
really
bad.
go. Everything was going against us. So yeah. So Mohit, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's perfectly summed up. It was just not our day. Having said that, Frank Lampard did make a few questionable team selection choices, which you have to question. He's a legend. He's Super Frank Lampard, but you have to question when he does something wrong. Which is Havertz just came in 2 weeks ago. He plays false nine, and you have Timo Werner playing on the left, which is okay. Okay, he can play on the left, but not his best. And Mount playing right wing again, not where he's best, you can say. And then yeah, you could say depressing. The first half, someone said we did good. No, we didn't have any shots. We just defended well, you can say that. Having said that, Liverpool weren't at their best either, and then 10 men down, so obviously then Liverpool. But good thing we went 10 men down and we didn't lose 6-1, unlike some other team who just. So
Shots
you should
fired. Shots fired.
respect. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, 10 men down, we just conceded 2 goals. Yeah, that's actually good.
yeah, and from
But
that one of them was, you need to honorable mention to our legendary goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga, who decides to just. Having said that, Tomori shouldn't have. He was in pressure. It was Tomori's fault as well there, but Kepa, man, that was the nail in the coffin. Like, for anyone who still believed in that guy as if he was ever a good goalkeeper,
right,
which he never was. Yeah, that was a nail in a coffin for Kepa. You can say that.
yeah, that's actually true. But yeah, it kind of was Tomori's mistake as well, because you don't pass it to a goal on confidence, and there is like people like Mane and Salah coming into press. So that was always going to be tough for Kepa to clear the ball. So yeah, you wouldn't blame him, only him. But yeah, it was his fault. So yeah, let's move on to the next game which we played was against Barnsley, I guess. Yeah, which we won 6-0. So yeah, that was actually a pretty good game. Okay, not our first team, but yeah, we played well. Yeah, so Rituraj, what are your thoughts on the Barnsley game that we won 6-0, I guess? Yeah, so what are your thoughts on that game?
My thoughts on the Barnsley game, yeah, quite a type of Sunday League team. Not that, nothing of that sort of pressure. You get Havertz a hat trick. That's all you need to get him up and running in the English football, especially at this time when he has arrived in such a post-pandemic period. So a pandemic is also already going on. So it was a major confidence boost for him. With Barkley also scoring, majority of the team scoring the goals. So it was quite a good match to proceed ahead with this game, which we obviously lost, but that was okay. Pretty well. It was pretty good. Yeah, that those were my thoughts. Not much to think about that game. A simple game in the League Cup. Yeah, Path, what do you think about it?
Yeah, not much to add. I think that game was, I think yeah, Howard's hat trick was the highlight of that game. But I think early in that game, I think Barnsley were trying to push. I think they're playing
Yeah,
really well. I think
first
they.
20 minutes particularly.
I was slightly worried. Yeah, I was slightly worried. But I think as the game went on, I think we got very comfortable, and I think for the remainder of the night, I think it was easy game.
Yes, that's actually true. First 20 minutes, Barnsley were really doing well. They just couldn't finish those chances they were creating. So yeah,
Yeah,
credit to
yeah.
Barnsley there. So Mohit, what do you think?
Yeah, Barnsley game, good preseason game, good kick off, kick out, good football with the lads, and yeah, that's it. It's a preseason game. Let's be honest, nothing more than that. Havertz getting a hat trick, good thing. Tammy played well that game. His link up with
The link up
Havertz
of
was very
Tammy.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And also a good mention to a good goalkeeper, Billy Caballero, who actually had a lot of saves
Yeah,
to
the
make
main
in that
game.
game. Okay, so
to do.
yeah,
Mm,
that's what happened. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's another
those
thing.
were eight
yeah,
shots.
Yeah, it was a preseason game.
Eight shots, all eight saved by him. Like that was pretty astounding to see him
Yeah,
save those shots. Yeah,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, he played really well, Caballero. Yeah, he did play well in that match. So moving on, after that, I guess we played. Whom did we play after that?
West
After
Brom, I
Barnsley,
guess.
we
West
played, I
Brom.
guess, West Brom.
West Brom.
Yeah, West Brom game, which
Three.
was something. First half was absolutely shit. We just couldn't do anything. West Brom were controlling the game. Yes, we did have a lot of possession, but that was of no use. Okay, Marcus Alonso, then Thiago Silva's mistake. So, what do you think, Parth? What was wrong in that game? The first half, at least. What
In the
went wrong?
first half, uh, we cannot blame it was down to individual errors, all three. So not much to blame on the tactics we played. So first half just wasn't our game. I think we didn't turn up really well. But the way we pulled back in the second half showed real character of the
Yes,
team.
that's actually true. So Rituraj, what do you think? What went wrong or something like that? Would you like to add?
Nothing of that tactically as such anything wrong. We lost the ball quite a few times. We gave away the ball in our own half basically twice. That was Alonso heading into the feet of the West Brom player, and then later on Thiago Silva
Yeah,
making that mistake. So yeah, that just individual players that went wrong.
yeah, definitely. And Mohit, I would like to ask you something different.
No, no, no.
What do you think Thiago Silva should have been given the captain's armband in his first Premier League game? What do you think? That was that the right
That's
decision?
debatable. He has been a captain for a long time. PSG, Brazil. I mean, being a captain of a national team is a big thing. Okay, even though you don't know the language, you can lead by
Yeah,
example. Or something. I won't blame Frank for that. But what I would blame Frank for in that game is the horrendous tactics from game selection to tactics overall in that game were horrendous. Let's be honest. Tactics individual mistake. The only one individual mistake I could point in that game is Thiago Silva's mistake. Marcus Alonso's mistake was not an individual mistake. It is what Marcus Alonso does every 3 games. It's not new. It's a normal thing. West Brom had their man on him. They pressed him. They target. They knew this guy can lose header. हो सकता है. They knew if you analyze that game, you'll see West Brom while whenever we had the ball, they had their men on the left hand side on their right hand side, our left hand side. So they knew Marcus Alonso can do that. So you play Marcus Alonso, you always. I mean, it's not Frank's fault to play Marcus there because we don't even. Chili B was not fully fit back then. But what Frank's fault is again, let's come back. Was play firstly. Start off with the 4-2-3-1 of double pivot of Kante and Kovacic, two ball carrier, two people who go up. No one sits in that two. And when you have a 4-2-3-1 where no one sits, it never works. We last season we saw Kovacic never working. What we did see is Kovacic Jorginho that worked because Kovacic can go, Jorginho sits. Kante Jorginho can work, but these two so far have never worked for us. That's one thing. Again, Mason Mount playing in the wrong position, not playing Callum Hudson-Odoi, not playing your only one winger you have. You don't play him. Okay, mentality खराब है उसका, but he's our only winger. I know his mentality is. It's debatable if Callum Hudson-Odoi's mentality is right or wrong, but he's our only winger. And when you don't play our only winger, you play players out of position. It's what you ask for. And then obviously he did correct himself, Frank Lampard. Credit to him. Half time brings another guy
Callum.
who came on with SPF.
Callum,
Callum, the game changer, brought a real winger on who knows what to do. And yeah, it was good. We went back to a 4-3-3. That helped.
Yeah,
Surprise. When you play players in the right position, it works. So that worked. And then when we were 3-2, when it was looking, we were having command of the game, proper command. अच्छा चल रहा था. It looks like drama shit. They're shit. All due respect, they're shit. उनका बाकी games देखो, little they're shit. And 3-2 honestly could have been 4-3. Like I would never say Chelsea would come back from 3, but ये एक game था जो 4-3 हो जाता. Then what Frank Lampard does after that? Gets Thiago Silva off and gets Giroud on center back for striker.
Giroud.
And then what formation we were playing? We had at a moment in the pitch we had Timo Werner, Oli Giroud, Tammy Abraham, Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, Callum Hudson-Odoi, all on the same pitch. Like this is outrageously. You scratch your head when you see him, and we didn't have any control. Balance was not there, and luckily we got that goal towards the end. It's never going to happen. So yeah, that is the one and only game I've ever had under Frank Lampard. But I was actually concerned for Frank. Man, I was concerned. But then let's see. I do have faith in my manager. He's super Frankie Lampard. I love him. So yeah. Let's hope that something like that never happens again. That's it. It was a tactical disaster class. You could never say it was tactically okay. Disaster class. Worst, even last season we did see something like that. So yeah, that was my thoughts.
Basically,
Yeah,
we were throwing just bodies
absolutely
forward,
correct.
yeah,
So
and just getting the just pushing the ball in the goal. Like that's what he wanted in the second half. But that thankfully happened. It was nothing of just putting those through balls or anything, but just putting the cross in from the flanks and just having someone in the middle to just go for the goal. So yeah, that was nothing that sort of a master class. Yeah, as you said, those were some questionable decisions for Frank.
yeah, but after all, what matters is the result. Yeah,
Yeah,
we got those three goals and 1 point mil. Yeah, so that's good actually. Moving on to
That's very good. Chelsea last season would have never done that. Chelsea last season would have never come back from 3 goals.
oh, that's horrendous, bro.
okay, you saying that is kind of wrong because we did come back from
Yeah,
4-1 down
nine
against
men is completely different, and 11 men is different. So I won't count 9 men comebacks.
Okay, yeah, oh, okay. You're saying 9 man. Okay, I asked right. So moving on to the next EFL game against Shit Spurs, and let's be honest, okay, we did play well in the first half. Second half, we were bad. It was all Spurs because first half we controlled the game, we created chances, we had possession, just that we couldn't put it in the back of the net. I think Werner hit the bar as well once. I think before after his goal, and we had a lot of possession, but we couldn't hit get the goal that we wanted. We did get one. The Werner goal was really good, but again, I wouldn't say that was a goal that Chelsea created. It was a mistake from the new right back, I guess, left back Sergio Regular. It's his mistake. So, Parth, what do you think about the game against Spurs in the EFL Cup?
Yeah, it was another annoying game. So many chances we had in the first half. Uh, when we play 1-0, we always have problems. So we cannot rely on finishing the game 1-0 whenever Chelsea is playing. So we have to get those 2 and 3 goals to get some cushion. In the second half, I think, yeah, we were very bad. Tottenham were all over the place. And yeah, it went to the penalties. So yeah, it was a disappointing game.
Yeah, penalties. Yeah, we lost on penalties. Yeah, that's actually true. That it's just luck. Penalties is always luck. So if luck is on your side, you win the game. Mohit, what do you think about the
Wow,
Spurs
you're
game?
asking me now. Okay, great. Well, I've been kind of negative so far, like kind of. So I say something positive. Okay, it's a blessing in disguise. That's what I would say. It is a blessing in disguise. I was happy. You should never be happy after Spurs defeating. Spurs get winning. I hate Tottenham. You should never lose to Tottenham. Okay, that's one thing. But see, season सितंबर में स्टार्ट हो रहा है, खत्म मई में ही होगा. जैम पैक्ड शेड्यूल है, चैंपियंस लीग भी है, वो क्रिसमस टाइम में तो लगने वाली है एकदम. ठीक है, वो ये एक टीम पॉट प्री सीजन कप उसका it has lost all. Let's be honest, I back in the day respect the Carabao Cup. Yeah, it is historically a very prestigious trophy. Mourinho winning it 2004 Carling Cup was a very special one. 2015 we won, very good victory. I remember the 15 one. I guess Costa Terry scored na must though. Uh, but it's lost everything. It's lost its charm. So getting out of the Carabao Cup is a good thing. Liverpool last 2 seasons they've been good. It's because they get out of this shitty trophies very early. They remember when they won the Champions League, they got out to us first round. So games milta hai, you can rest a bit, and it's a good thing getting out of the Carabao Cup. Always is. Just it shouldn't have been Tottenham. I would never judge that performance. Carabao Cup is a pre-season match, nothing more. So yeah, it's a good thing we got out of that shitty cup, and we can focus on more important things.
Yeah, could be true because yeah, getting out the jam-packed schedule. That's true. So
But
I think what I think is that was possibly
Raj ko पूछ.
yeah, go on, go on. Is the guy lagging?
Okay. Where is Karthik? Can't see him. Pause करूँ?
Yeah, he's back. He's back. Yes. Can you hear us?
हाँ ठीक है.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go on.
it's okay.
Yeah.
So I think yeah, that's actually true. We did get out of the match, but that was the only cup I guess we could have won. Isn't that true? Because I don't expect us to win the Champions League or the Premier League this season. But
Or
ठीक
I
है, we did
guess,
get out. That's
but yeah, that he's you said that penalties was luck. I say no. The match shouldn't have gone to penalties at the first place. Okay, 1-0 up. Timo Werner, absolutely beautiful goal. You know, Tottenham Hotspur is having 4 matches a week. They play Sunday, they play Tuesday, they play Thursday again, and they play again Sunday. So a tight fixture. They are gonna sit back deep and defend. So the point is you got to attack and just break them down up until you get 2 or 3 goals easily. Like yeah, even you had those chances from Mason Mount and Hudson Odoi, like where we easily would have got 2 goals. It would have been 3-0 at last. Even if Lamela scored, it would have been 3-1, so we would have gone through that game. It was very We were very sloppy in the second half. Second half was a disaster for us, getting Chile off and Emerson on. Emerson, at the moment he came on, he slacked defensively. The goal that led to Lamela scoring, he just how in the world can you miss time a ball which can go to a potential Tottenham player and which can lead him to scoring goals. It was he you know he was he absolutely bottled it. Emerson, I don't think why I don't know why he's still in the squad. I don't know what are his plans. But yeah, that game we could have won easily, according to me. But yeah, again, Mohit says that picture is tight. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult with players also, new players arriving, new players also injured for a bit. So yeah, that's whole blessing in disguise, I guess, again. But yeah, we should have won that match, and especially against in a derby against Hotspur. So yeah,
Yeah, and
let's see.
also who's that guy who said we can't win Champions League?
me. I did say
Yeah,
that. I
yeah. I
don't
mean,
think
yeah,
we can.
yeah,
At least this
yeah.
season.
ये squad तो नहीं है. You're right on that. We don't have a squad to win the Champions League, but that's right. But it's the Champions League. You get an easy draw round of 16, get an easy draw quarters, semi-finals. Anything can happen. Finals, anything can happen. 2012 we didn't have a good score, good enough squad to win the league. So
Possible,
Champions League.
possible,
So
possible, possible.
never rule Champions League out, especially with
Also,
Chelsea FC. Never.
also the league this
However shit
time.
we are.
Also the league this time. Everton are on top of the table. Who would have imagined? Liverpool aren't quite hitting the ground too. Man City is losing 5 goals. Their GD is almost is in minus. Like we have four GD, and there and those top teams have a minus GD. So yeah, get that the league is open. Still, league is open. Anything can happen. We get our best lineup in the league, and yeah, we can absolutely go for it. Everton are having a what did say the dream run when the new manager comes in. So the honeymoon period is still on. Let's see in the Christmas period what happens. Yeah, so let's move on.
Yeah, definitely true. Yeah, so let's move on to the next game that we played against Crystal Palace, the recent one, most recent one. Credit to our defense, a clean sheet after I don't know how many days. 1 year, 1 साल हो गया शायद clean sheet.
69
That
days
was really good.
exactly.
The last time was a
Yeah,
4-0 win against
69.
Everton. Okay, so
Nah,
quite a long
2-0
time.
Yeah.
2-0 Wolves. 2-0
Okay,
against
yeah, 2-0
Wolves.
Oh,
Wolves also. Yeah, yeah,
Last day.
yeah. The last game
last
of the
game
league.
of our yes. Yeah, so yeah, that actually felt good. It was a good performance from our defense, especially. So, Parth, what are your thoughts on the game against Palace?
Yeah, absolutely love that game. I think for first time was our defense looked very assured. Though Palace are not that attacking minded team, but whenever they pushed forward, I think we were really solid. I think Zuma, as I think he has been standout defender for us. I think out of all the defenders we have, and Thiago Silva was very good, and was fantastic for the man of the match in that game.
Yeah, definitely. Chilwell was actually pretty good, one assist and a goal. So yeah, he had a really good performance. So Rituraj, what are your thoughts on that game? What do you think?
Oh, my thoughts. Oh, great game. A clean sheet, as we all laughed on it like hell. But yeah, the all the goals, like the first one from Chile, the doing best what he does, coming in as slotting in as a backup winger, almost as a backup winger behind the behind Werner or anyone Havertz who was playing. They all we expected Werner or Havertz to score the goal, but he came in and from behind and whipped it into the net. Yeah, so that I absolutely love those. Full 90 minutes for him into the tank. Good for him for his fitness. Putting in those crosses, we loved his crosses. Okay, and also defensively, those who said defensively Chilwell is not good, that good. Okay, you should have just watched that game. The way he was calm and collected while Zaha or anyone Ayu was running towards towards our goal. He just was there. He just watched the ball, and the moment they put the cross in, he puts in a leg. Yeah, so that's pretty good defensively from what we had of Emerson and Alonso. So yeah, we know that how important Chilwell is for us, even though he's cost us 50 million. So yeah, and also the defense partnership between Zuma Silva. Silva again, amazing interceptions. If you saw the first half, he knows where the ball is gonna come, knows where to block the channels. Yeah, so defensively very sound, attackingly very sound. Overall a great game, apart from the two penalties. Controversy on the second penalty again, like who's gonna take it, but that's all fine, I guess. Part of the game. SP was very right in making that decision of giving it to Jorginho again. So yeah, the no biasing could have been done in that place. Overall a pretty great game, great 3 points. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And Chilwell, Lampard trusted him, and he is coming in as a really good left back for us. So he's proved his worth. So let's just move on to Mohit. What do you think
Yeah, I have a
about that
huge
game against
smile
Barcelona?
on my face for this game. Obviously, perfect, honestly. For starting in goal, we had my man, Edouard Monti,
Monty.
the fighty, good goalkeeper. Okay, that makes a lot of difference. Even though he really didn't have much to do in that game, let's be honest, he didn't have much. But still, it's always good to have a proper goalkeeper in. And then always good to have left back, a proper left back who can go ahead, okay, and he can come back as well. Wow, he can come back. He can go ahead. He can come back on time, and he can make a pass, and he doesn't give the ball away, and he defends, and he knows how to cross. Oh my God! When was the last time a left back we had a left back who could actually cross a ball? Like wow, Ben Chilwell, man, that was good, encouraging from Ben Chilwell. And overall, okay, I've been like, kind of tactics को मैं थोड़ा ये कर रहा हूँ, tactically perfect as well because 4-2-3-1 this time. Jorginho Kante, one sitting midfielder, Jorginho dictating play. Jorginho had a great game, passing, chota. He builds the whole game up, and Kante who can do his thing. Kante is Kante. And best thing about this game, from a defensive point of view, our defense sometimes struggle because of our midfield as well. We have a good midfield, but we don't have a functional midfield. And yet, Palace game, it was very much functional. Palace, whenever they got the ball from us, we had 70% of the ball, 80% of the ball. Whenever they did get the ball from us, in there, we quickly closed them down, like 3 to 4 Chelsea players on them. Asa closing down and won the ball back. So this is, and tactical fouls. Wow. वो देख के जो खुशी हुई ना, चेल्सी मेकिंग टैक्टिकल फाउल्स, मतलब जॉर्जिनियो कांटे मेकिंग टैक्टिकल फाउल्स, मतलब सही मजा आ गया. मतलब येलो कार्ड कांटे को मिला टैक्टिकल फाउल के लिए, वो येलो कार्ड के लिए मजा आता था, टैक्टिकल फाउल किया बंदे ने. And then 4 goals, which I don't need to say much on that. It was Chilwell, great goal. Kurt Zuma with a big header. Yeah, our best
It
centre
was a
back.
big leap,
Yeah, huge leap.
actually. Huge leap.
And then Jorginho doing his thing. Obviously, that penalty ka issue, but Aspi just came back. Hey, all day.
Yeah.
Penalty taker hai idhar. Damn me. So Aspi doing his thing. Yeah, 4 वो victory मस्त था. Overall, सब कुछ correct था उसमें. Everyone saying ये तो mistake है कुछ नहीं. Perfect. ये match को कोई criticize नहीं कर रहा है. Perfect match था.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It was really, really a good performance from all the players, especially Jorginho. People are criticizing him that he is slow. He is not fit for the Premier League pace and all, but he actually played well in that match, and maybe he is got a place in the starting 11 now. In the next matches, we'll have to see that if Frank Lampard plays in
Yeah,
him in the next.
yeah.
So
About that. Just play the same back four and the same 2 midfield. Don't change. Don't change now, please. Frank मिल गया इसको रखो जब तक ये लोग मिस्टेक नहीं करते तब रखो. Obviously कीपर मेंडी बेचारा fuck international breaks उसको ऐसे got injured वो we have to change, but back line and midfield the same रखो. Attack we'll have to change because Hakim is back and Christian is back, so obviously but yeah, keep the same defense and midfield.
yeah, it did feel good, even if it was for like 5 to 6 minutes. Seeing Christian Pulisic back as our number 10, it did feel really awesome. So yeah, some great positive to take into the next match against. Like, so yeah, that was about it with from this episode of Tea with CTV episode. That brings us to the end of this episode. So thanks a lot, Parth, for joining us for this episode. Thanks a lot. It was a pleasure.
But hope to
Thank
see you
you.
Thank you.
in further episodes as well. Great having you.
Thanks for
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
check out
sure.
Tiny Football Tales, his poems there as well. Awesome,
Yeah.
legend.
Some great poems there. Yeah, do
Yeah.
follow, and do please subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. The links also you
Yeah.
can, if you want to contact us, you want to come on the podcast, you just see those description. You can contact us on Instagram, Chelsea Thane Blues, Thane Blues on Twitter, and Chelsea Thane Blues on Facebook as well. So yeah, see you around with episode 4 again, probably. Yeah, with a new guest and the same
Yeah.
3 us. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe before Man United. Who knows?
Yeah,
We'll
who
see.
knows? Who knows? Yeah, let's
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Thanks
So
for listening.